Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Thompson. And this morning, I wanted to check in because I see a lot of posts about the reasons why people are not getting scholarships is this or this or this or this or this, and talking about productivity, locating scholarships, things like that. Now, granted, productivity issues and finding scholarships and writing a good essay, those all matter. And I did do some videos about how to do a better essay, that sort of thing. But I've been getting some feedback from parents but my kid seems stuck. My kid seems stuck. And I now need to put my other hat on. I'm a licensed professional counselor. I have been working as a therapist for over 20 years. And earlier in my career, my specialty area was kids. 90% of my practice was kids, and I received recognition from the city of Dallas and from a number of other places, Dallas Urban League, for my work with kids. What I want to tell you, parents, is that sometimes what's going on is not your child per se, so much as it is they may have mental health concerns, not even necessarily a full diagnosis, but mental health issues that may be getting in the way of them doing lots of things, not just applying for scholarships, but doing lots of things. So I'm going to give you in this quick pretend TED talk some things you can do to figure out like which direction do I go? Do I get better with boundaries with my student? Do I get them enrolled in somebody's program? Do I sit down and help them with their essays? Do I just, say maybe they're not interested in school? How do I interpret this? Or maybe there's something else going on. So there are lots of free screenings online, like literally millions, but I'm going to point you right over to one that I trust that you could possibly do for your student. All right. So this is a youth mental health test, and it's at Mental Health America. Mental Health America has been around for many, many years. The test self-administered screenings that they have on their site are not meant to be diagnostic tools, but they can help you kind of weed out some of your concerns and figure out what's a big deal, what's not a big deal. So on this youth mental health test, you'll see that it's kind of a symptom checklist. It is, again, not a diagnostic tool. And it's something that you want to complete and have your student complete both. Because some of the time, what I notice working with parents is that the parents have different insight and observation than their student, but you need both. Okay, so have your baby do it and you do it, and then look at your results. So if you do all the questions, you scroll all the way down, you're going to see where you can go to your next screen, do all that, and it's going to give you your results. Now, let's say that your results give you concern, give you pause, and make you say, whoa, it looks like something's going on. Maybe there is, maybe there's not. Now you want to take those results with you to a licensed counselor, not to a life coach, not to a productivity coach, but to an actual therapist, and have them take a look and see what they think. We're going to do a deeper dive. I'm going to look at adverse childhood events. I'm going to look at socioeconomic factors. I'm going to look at the family dynamics, everything, right? So we do a full workup. Your therapist is going to do a full workup. Your life coach is going to look at other things that are non-therapeutic. So the life coach can be beneficial if there's literally nothing going on over here. So what's the best of both worlds? Go to a therapist who's also a life coach. That's what I recommend you do. Don't go to a life coach who's not also a therapist, if that makes sense. All right. I do both, but I don't see kids. I see adults, and I don't usually take kids in until the summertime. I'm recording this in April. So find someone who does both and put a cherry on the top. Find someone who does what's called eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, EMDR. EMDR is a method of helping the brain recover from not just trauma, but even from significantly disappointing events or times when the anxiety was really, really pitched in a moment of stress and maybe the person hasn't gotten over it. EMDR is not just for little kids or teenagers, it's for adults as well. But sometimes when your baby is stuck, you have to help the brain get unstuck before you can then get them to focus back on life goals. And sometimes those life goals can best be helped by a life coach. Now, erase the whole board. Sometimes it is a matter of faith. It's a matter of their spiritual formation. So who should you include for that? Well, everybody's faith walk is different and everybody's religious culture is different. However, there's tons of studies, and my own life experience informs me that your relationship, your faith matters. It is something that you don't want to disregard. So don't skip checking that out as well. If your child already has some kind of a strong relationship in their faith community, that's also a place where you can find some support in a way that transcends a lot of things. All right. Your spiritual coping matters, your mental health coping matters, your emotional health coping matters, your life skills matter. All of these things matter. All right. And sometimes when you're stuck when it comes to scholarships, it's not so much the scholarship application process itself. It can actually be the human who is involved. All right. I hope this helps. And I've included some links in the description box for this YouTube video. And included in the links to in the description box is a productivity playlist that you might find helpful as well. If you're in the Zero Debt College Project, send me a chat through the messaging. Reach out to me. Let me know if you're having trouble so Dr. Thompson can see what she can do. We do have emotional wellness coaches available for the kids. And often we kind of can nip things in the bud by getting started early versus waiting until big problems develop. All right. And if you're not a member of the Zero Debt College Project, and you're in class of 2025, again, I'm recording this in April of 2025, there's still time for you to join. And if you're a boy mom, we have something really special planned for the boys this summer, and it also incorporates a lot of emotional, mental health fitness as well. Take care, and I'll see you next time.